Anderson has been sensational thus far, and he'll work to Matt Kemp, Derek Norris, and Melvin Upton here in the 4th inning. Drew Goodman, Jeff Houston, joined now by a guy who was just on our Twitter account as well recently, Brian Fuentes. Tito, how are you?
I'm doing great.
You doing well?
Very good.
So you've been hanging out with Walker. You doing all right still?
Yeah, it's good to see Larry.
Yeah.
You were on the pregame show too.
Yep, I've been doing it all. I'm gonna touch all the bases.
There you go.
And you're getting ready to play golf tomorrow, right?
That's right.
Do you play a lot?
I try to get out once a week.
Do you?
I thought when I retired, I played. Oh, I'm going to go to the country club every day and play, 6-7 rounds a week and
get really good.
Drink margaritas and stuff. And it hasn't worked out, but it's a good trade-off.
Get as good as Garrett Atkins, right? Is that,
right?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's
the
end
ultimate
game.
goal?
Yeah, it's the end game.
I don't know how he's doing it, because downstairs his 2-year-old and his 4-year-old are running around. His wife Danny is with child, and yet Addie has a smaller handicap than you're supposed to have in that situation.
For sure.
Right?
No doubt.
1-1 on Kemp. He singled to right his first time up against Anderson. Well, this has been the question of the day, because Tyler making his big league debut. What do you recall most prominently about your big league debut?
I remember getting the phone call knowing that it was a good chance for me to get in the game. It was against Tampa Bay when I was in Seattle, and it was early in the game, so I figured, oh shoot, this is probably me. And I got up, and I was in Safeco in 2001, back when a really strong team, and nice play. It was in front of 50,000 people. I come into the game just scared to death, and threw my first warm-up pitch to the backstop. And thinking, oh man, how this is going to work out. But it worked out. I got the next 2 guys out, and it was all good.
Do you remember the first guy you faced?
Yeah, it was. His last name was Cox. I believe his first name was Brian. This is a football player, maybe, but his
he was a
name
good
Cox.
linebacker with Miami for a while.
Yeah, he was an easy out.
Yeah. Played a little bit for the Jets. That was good.
Yeah.
You ought to get him out.
Yeah.
It is a special day, though. I mean, it's something that you never forget as a player.
Never. No. I just and really for the next probably 2 years, I never really lost that feeling. Every time the phone would ring, you just get those. No, man. I hope I do good. I don't want to let the guys down. So it's just something you never forget.
Some highlights here. 3 All-Star games with the Rockies.
Did you pay much attention when you move over to the Rockies and you're aware that, okay, offensive ballpark, altitude, when did you rid yourself of those thoughts, or were they never really in your mind?
They were never really there. I only had like 6 or 7 appearances with Seattle, and then I got traded over that offseason. So when I came here, I pitched in Colorado Springs, where it's even higher than here. And so when I came, I was just so eager to get a chance, get an opportunity, and I pitched a majority of my career here. So this was home. I think I don't know what the numbers were, but I think they might have been better here than anywhere else and on the road.
Interesting.
So it was, I never had a problem with it.
Is that the greatest adrenaline rush and something in retirement that you can't replicate, when you came out in the 9th inning, game on the line, trying to get 3 outs and shake hands? That's got to be an incredible rush.
There's nothing better. There's absolutely nothing better. And get into that, I closed for here for 5 years or so, and then I went and closed some other teams, and then towards the later part of my career, you start pitching, you start going back up the ladder again. You're not closing anymore. Now you're pitching the 7th, and then you're pitching the 6th. And you just can't duplicate that. Even from the 8th and 9th, there was something special about coming in the 9th inning, knowing that you were the last resort and you want to do well.
We'll come back more with Brian Fuentes in a moment. Tyler Anderson isn't giving us much time to converse. He has been outstanding.